Hey everybody, how's it going? We're going to be doing another sketchbook tour today. I just finished this one up the other day and I haven't had it for honestly too long. I started the sketchbook October 28th of 2018 and I finished it just the other day, January 8th of 2019. Feels kind of backwards to do a sketchbook tour in the very beginning of a new year, but I'm excited to show you guys what I have in here. So everyone grab a nice cup of tea or a cup of coffee, whatever warm beverage you are into, because it is cold here. I don't know where you live, but it is very cold here in Wisconsin. So I've got some nice hot coffee here. Let's get going. Alright, so the very first piece I have in here is an alcohol marker sketch. This is kind of the thing that got me back into alcohol markers, honestly, so I really like this sketch. I love that it's the first page. I didn't try too hard, honestly. I remember I was binge watching Sherlock and this reference picture off of Pinterest reminded me of him. And so yeah, I was just kind of like, you know, I'm going to try not to care, and I came up with a really nice portrait that I'm very happy to be my very first page of the sketchbook. Second page, I wanted to practice hats on girls, so just doing that in various ways. Most of the references I have in here are from Pinterest, unless they're like figure drawing sketches, but so yeah, I've got these three are references off of Pinterest. This was me experimenting with skin colors. I really don't like this. She kind of looks like she's sick, honestly. I hate her hair. Oh, it's awful. This is my original character, Tori. You'll see her later on in here as well. I probably draw her and my character Tommy the most. They're stepbrothers, stepsisters. But yeah, I wanted to try to match the colors that I use for her normally digitally with my markers. So you'll see me swatching these on the side of a lot of my drawings here. And then this was drawn without a reference, and I really liked how angular everything was, and I gave him Tommy's mohawk because why not? And then this here was, I guess I'll have to move things. Oh gosh. Oh no. We have to change. Okay. So this guy here, I liked his big oversized sweater. And then I remember this was on Halloween. I just did a little witch sketch here. And this is my character Tommy I was just telling you about. I really don't like how he looks here. I think it's something to do with his lips. But yeah, this was kind of put in here just to go over where the marker had bled through for this. Didn't really think about that. And then I have the sketch of my best friend Olivia, which I did this as a commission for her. She's super cute and I love her. So this is a sketch I did of Chris from Deltarune, which is the sequel, kind of, maybe sequel to Undertale, which is just an indie game if you've never heard of it. I actually finished this digitally. You can find that on like my Instagram and stuff. And then here I have some thumbnails of a lighthouse picture I illustrated with markers. It was like my first legit marker illustration. I ended up going with this one here. I don't know if it'll focus well. But yeah, I did that one. But I just wanted to keep them all in here. Oh, and the reason why I have some things like taped in here and stuff is because I have this extra pad of just like scratch paper that I found at CVS. It was like maybe $2, and it just has like all of this scrap paper, like for $2 for all of this that I honestly, like, if I'm sitting here at my desk and I want to, like, I need to either like write down an idea or sketch something out really quick, like this paper works really well for thumbnails. So if you're looking for cheap art supplies, frickin' go to CVS or Walgreens. They got 200 sheets of these little 4x6s for like not even $2. Little art tip for the day for you. There you go. And so if you've seen my other videos, you probably see some of these pages in here. So like this was the sketch page I did for the very first Pokefusion video I did, which was Bayonet and Drowsy mixed together. I really liked this one. This was fun. And then this one is Ezra Miller. They did a photo shoot with Playboy, and I was just so in love with all the photos, and I tried drawing one. I think I actually started recording myself doing it because I was going to finish it and everything, but I just couldn't get this hand and arm to work. It was big, and then it was small, and then it just looked weird, and I was like, you know what, it'll just say a sketch. Another page from another one of my videos I had, camper trailer video. I really liked how this one turned out, actually. Kind of wish all the pages in here ended up looking like this, but some sketches of Ivysaur and Bulbasaur, just because I think having them like as a big sibling, little sibling dynamic is really cute. And then this is kind of where I started getting into my art block. I had a pretty bad like depressive swing in December, and that's kind of, you'll see my sketches get worse. That's usually what happens when I get depressed and have art block at the same time. So I remember this was the first day I had drawn in probably a week, which is a really long time for someone who tries to draw every day. I liked this drawing, like this one turned out okay, but like everything else I was drawing, and this is like 3 hours worth of work. Like this tiny page was 3 hours worth of work. So I was a little unhappy that day. And this is another Pokefusion video I did. This is probably my least favorite video I've done so far, I'm not gonna lie. And then, so like, you know how like on graphs and stuff you'll see like little bell graph, let's just go with a little bell graph. And this is like my depressive, like my mood board here. This is how depressed I was during the worst of it, and this drawing was like right about here, where I was like, okay, I guess I could try to draw something here, and I don't really like it, but I'm glad I was able to get something down on paper. So that's where I stand on this. And this is my girl Tori again. I wanted to do a little like clothing outfit of the day type of page for her. So we've got just a little profile view, straight on view, and then 3/4 view, and then a little outfit inspired by some things I found off Pinterest. And I half regret going in here with the markers and half don't, just because this paper isn't built for markers at all. So as you can probably tell, it bleeds a lot. Some Pikachus, because I've never thought that I was good at drawing Pikachu. I can't, I don't know what it is. Like, I know the elements, but for some reason I feel like my Pikachus always look really weird. I don't know. And then there's this little demon character that I was working on that I'm really into. I love drawing that. Felt super good. And then this little goat, you see him? I gotcha. Sorry. And then I was drawing a bunch of links, and I don't know why I wanted to draw like I don't want to use the word Eskimo because I don't believe that's the proper word for it, but I don't know the proper word for it. Cold indigenous person, and I was trying to do something cool with their hair. They look like penises. I'm sorry, they're penises. And then some more links up here. So we've got like the Wind Waker cute chibi stylized version. And this is a sketch that I made in my sketchbook that I then eventually turned into an actual piece, which again you can see on another one of my videos. And then I don't know how well these are gonna turn up. Oh, you can still kind of see it. So yeah, I have a few pages in here where I drew with like a 2 and a 4H pencil. Don't ask me why, it was there. I just grabbed it and I just kept going. So I have very light sketches in here, but I have this little monster guy. I don't know, thought he was gooey and cute. Sorry, one sec. Oliver, stop eating her food, you big fatty. It's expensive. This is why we don't have nice things. Welcome back. Thank you for standing by during our technical difficulties. Anyway, so this page are the thumbnails that I had for the bullet journal cover drawing that I did, which is also another video. Ooh, that was fun. I got some Posca pens for Christmas, and I was going through and just kind of sketching maybe some ideas I could do. So I started doing something very flowy, but then I was like, I can't have that many, you know, complex shapes. So I did something more just, you know, circle here, triangle, and triangle, circle things here. And I was thinking about doing like a Game Boy, and then I just started sketching for fun. I have this really nice, like Victorian-esque lady. I'm in love with this sketch. I would never finish it, but I'm happy it's here. Some more sketches, just things that honestly I wouldn't be able to draw with Posca pen, I don't think, but I just need to get my juices flowing until I finally did, which I realized 3 pages in that I would draw Cyndaquil, and then I didn't draw anything else on the page. Why do I do that? Playing around some more with the Posca pens. I was gonna do more like a hippopotamus and things like that, giraffe maybe, but the Posca pens do not agree with this kind of paper. Like this isn't like the highest quality paper. I still really like it, but it's not the highest quality paper, and it pills up really easily, and I just don't want to like rip it and then go to something underneath. But so yeah, but I really like this Posca Flamingo. I think he's a very charming boy. And then this is, I was trying to do a stylized, sketchy, cartoony version of myself. I'm not really into it. I needed to warm up still that day. And you can just tell by the way I was drawing. So this one here, the main sketch down here, I again did this in a video where I colored over it digitally in Photoshop, but I love this sketch so much. I had so much fun making it. I felt good while I was making it. And you can usually tell like how I'm feeling based on the quality and emotion of the drawing, which as you can tell I was very peaceful that day. It was the good one. And then this wasn't so great. I think this was like later that night. I had drawn this, and then I was like, oh, I want to make a video of me drawing it digitally, and so I did that, and then I think I just kind of was like done at that point. And I tried drawing like someone sitting on this sofa. It didn't work. It's fine. And then again, another pose that I just didn't really think worked, and then a cat, which looks strange still, but you can tell it's a cat, right? And I really like this page. Now, there's a lot of proportion and perspective wrongdoings in this drawing right here. Like this hand should be tucked in more, and his arm wouldn't be coming out like that, it'd be going straight down, and his body needs more room to have his organs in it. And I know this, I understand. I was just having a really good time sketching, and I didn't want to stop. I didn't want to be too hard on myself, and I'm glad I didn't, because I ended up making what I think is a really cool sketch page. So yeah, I have this merman character with like all these nice little shells and stuff. And then I really like this little silhouette up here. And then, so this was the page that I drew like entirely in 2H. So my best friend and I, who you saw me draw earlier, Liv, we made aesthetic Pinterest boards for each other, and then we swapped them to make a character, and we basically sent each other the same person, but her board seemed to be a little more like sophisticated, and my board seemed to be a little more carefree. So we decided that we were basically drawing sisters, and I was drawing the older sister and she was drawing the younger sister. And so this is just kind of the page where I was getting all the ideas for her down. So I've got like, this was my initial drawing here where I was just like, I want her to look like a cupcake. And this big poofy skirt would be like all dark gray, what's that called, like tulle, that's the word, it's tulle. So it'd be like dark gray tulle with like golden stars and glitter all throughout it and stuff. She'd have this very bright yellow hair, like white yellow hair, and then ballet slippers on. Yeah, I really liked this one of her snoozing down here. I thought that was really cute. And then this little thumbnail here. And then my latest video was about me drawing this, so I really won't go into this too much. I did want to put it in my sketchbook though, just because I didn't really have a place to put it otherwise, and so I got these really cute paper clips that come in all these different colors. I was like, I gotta put some of these in my sketchbook. There's no way I'm not doing that. I have them in the side here, and then just to make sure that these wouldn't fall out and move, I just taped them in the back of that. And then we're getting down to the last 2 pages here. These were all referenced off of Pinterest. I really like this one. I'm glad I went in with like the detailed shading and stuff. Oh, and then there's this little one up here too. I forgot she's referenced as well. I really like this tiny one here. This is one of my favorites. And then I did another one of those Draw This in Your Style challenge, and this is by Danielle Pioli over on Instagram. You should check her out. And then 2019, I'm terrified. I really am. I really have no idea what's going to be happening in 2019. I got no good vibes, I got no bad vibes. It's just kind of like an empty room, and I don't know what to do with it. The very last page, I kind of really like this page. It's not really like any of the other pages in my book, which I am okay with. That's what sketchbooks are for. So these are kind of some thumbnails here for what I want to do with the cover of the sketchbook, because I don't know if you noticed, but it's pretty bland and asking for a drawing. So we're probably going to go with this top one here. And then this is supposed to be a little really loose self-portrait. And then I did 2 blind contoured figure drawings, which you might be able to tell what this is, like the head's here, hand here. This one I wouldn't even ask you to try. And then this down here, I had this really wicked crazy dream a year or 2 ago maybe. Basically like a mini horror film, but there was this really crazy religious lady in this dream, and I just remember there was this room and it has these super dark red walls with this really big heavy looking cross on the wall. So that's what this sketch is here. And a little peanut butter sandwich because my boyfriend asked me to draw it, and then when I didn't, he was offended. So I made him a little peanut butter drawing. Now, you would think this is the end, but there's just a little bit more. So I know this is a completely different sketchbook, but I don't know if I will ever finish this sketchbook. I got it not realizing how little it was. I thought it was going to be maybe an inch bigger on each side. But I figured I'd just share these with you guys too in case I do never finish this. So I did a little welcome page here. So this is October 24th, so only 4 days before I initially started this first one here. This was a redraw from a picture that I did way back in the day, I think like 2014 or something, of my original characters. So this is Tommy, who you saw me draw in this sketchbook, and then this is Delilah. They're best friends. And this is my boyfriend. I drew him when we went out to dinner. Same day I got this sketchbook. You can see I was really excited. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make a welcome page. Yeah, I'm gonna do a nice little drawing here. Yeah, I'm gonna draw my cute boyfriend. And then I tried doing realistic watercolor, and I forgot that I don't know how to do that. Or at least I don't know how to do it well, or in a short amount of time. This is just me swatching out my watercolors that I had from college, just to make sure that they were all still, you know, in good condition. And then this one, I really like this one. So this was a little mushroom drawing I made on a whim at a coffee house one day. And it's like probably the best thing in here so far, if that's this one. And the very last thing is I had a few little thumbnails here. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell what they are, which is fine. If you can tell, please let me know, because it's an illustration idea I have in the works. But that's gonna do it for today, kiddos. Thanks for going on this journey with me. I am very excited to start another sketchbook, and hopefully I will finish that one in the same or less amount of time. Like this video if you enjoyed this sketchbook tour, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to keep updated with all of my latest videos. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for stopping by.